Good afternoon and welcome back to Asgard. So last episode we were working a bit on Thaumcraft. We got into Infusion and really started making good headway with Thaumcraft. Now since then I have done a bit of building. I started building out over here a bit. I still have to figure out what kind of blocks I want to use on the steps and stuff, because ideally I'd really like to use catwalks, but of course that mod's not in the pack. I don't know if I'll add it or not. Probably not, at least not for this build, because I can't use catwalks of course for the steps. So I'm thinking about possibly wireframes or something. Yeah, those are by the way, these are fences from open modular turrets. I thought they looked better than normal fencing for this area. And then if we take a look up here, I've got this all like kind of I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. Framed in. Got it all framed in, and I still have to do the top, but basically the platforms will come up and connect up to here, and we'll probably end up adding more thermal evaporation towers through here. I don't know that we'll actually need that many. It may just be for looks. I don't know. We'll see. And let's see, this system's been running good. I still haven't actually plugged this in. I probably should, honestly. Yeah, actually let me do that really quick, because it's getting a little bit out of control. Actually, let's wait, because I want to set up different storage for like andesite, granite, limestone, marble, all that good stuff. Stuff that's really going to get out of hand in our storage system if I just like let it go like that. You'll also notice that I finished the the bridge over here that connects in. These do take a while, by the way. That's why it's taking me so long to get this one built. And I decided this one is going to kind of open up to each side here, and it's a little bit different than over there, because that one has the the long alleyway there. And that's the main things I've done. I haven't done a whole lot with AE. It was mainly a lot of building since last episode. Now this episode, I want to start getting into immersive engineering, because there is a few things that I want to use from that, as we progress. And it's one of those mods, if I put it off getting into it very much longer, then I know we're not going to want to get into it later on, because a lot of the stuff starting out especially is rather basic. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get ourselves a coke oven. Now, instead of using the immersive engineering one, I'm going to use the railcraft one. I like it more. It's also a lot better as far as automation goes, and it works really well with conduits, whereas the immersive engineering one is honestly kind of a pain to automate. It can be done, and it's really not an issue, but you have to hook wires up certain places and everything, and I've always preferred just being able to put the conduit down and using different channels to import and export from the same location. So we're going to use the railcraft one. So we're going to need just a bit of bricks and sand. We're going to need, 9, 18, 26? Yeah, 26 of these. So let's get a bit of clay, and we'll get ourselves a bit of bricks, and let's get some sand, something like that. And you know what I should probably do, let's make like 10 patterns. Go. Alright. Something about crafting these blank patterns takes a little while, and it drives me insane. I don't know. Nether quartz dust. Okay. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and throw this stuff in here. Yeah. I was going to teach you to make bricks, just so we've got that recipe, you know, at the ready. But, there we go. Alright. So let's get some clay. And we'll tell it that if it takes a piece of clay and throws it in there, that it's going to get back 1 brick. And we'll put that into the alloy smelter. Oh, did I not encode that? Okay. Because at this point, pretty much anything that we come across that we're like, yeah, we'll probably use that again, we might as well start automating everything as we go at this point. Alright, so let's get this all laid out here. I don't know why I'm packing all that sand on me. I might as well just leave it in here. Oops. Alright. And this coke oven, I'm going to actually set these up in one of the buildings, but I'm not entirely sure which one just yet. I'm thinking maybe the ore processing room's going to have some automation, you know, upstairs and stuff. But I'm not for sure that I want the coke ovens there. For right now, we're just going to put it in here. And then I'll figure it out. I think I might end up building another building. I know a lot of times we end up having to we set the stuff up and then I end up moving it off camera. That's just due to the fact that I end up we're building buildings for like everything. So hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much. All right. And there we go. So we got our first coke oven. Now, what we're going to want to get is some creosote oil. So let's get like a stack of coal. And I actually want quite a bit of these because I want to automate, you know, running coal through these and getting a bunch of coal coke built up. Because, of course, that stuff burns quite a bit more powerful. Double the burn time, so definitely worth changing it over. Now keep in mind though, if you do change it all over, certain things aren't going to work the same, you know, with coal coke as opposed to coal, because it's not going to craft the same and stuff. So now that we've got that going, the next thing that I want to get into, by the way, this engineer's manual, you can craft this with just a book and a lever. I do apologize, it's rather small. The UI on that doesn't scale like everything else does. So, but the first thing that I want to get into today is under here, under the heavy machinery, the metal press. It's a really, really nice block, and it's fairly cheap to make plates and gears and different things with. So that's what we're going to be crafting. The first thing, we're going to need 3 pieces of steel scaffolding. So, we've got, do we have very much steel at the moment? No. Okay. I think it's the refined, yeah. I'm going to get, say, 200 of this crafted up real quick. And it's going to take that a little while to run through all that. So, while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and get the other pieces here. We're going to need a piston, which isn't really a problem. And then we're also going to want a heavy engineering block. And these do require a little bit of steel, electrum, piston, steel mechanical components. Yeah, I gotta wait on that refined iron. That might, yeah, that's probably gonna take a little while. Realistically, why is this not running? Oh, because it hasn't gotten the Well, huh. I may have taken that out. Because that should have been in there. Because I've made refined iron with this before. That ain't kind of an issue. Okay. There we go. Now we're in business. Alright, and let's get a couple pistons crafted up. Let's say 10 of these. Pistons are one of those things you can never have too many of. Okay, and this is making all that enriched iron. It's going to take a little while before it gets done with all of that. So I'm going to cut camera for just a minute, and I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. So now that we've got that stuff together, I mean, it's still making steel, but I went ahead and prioritized making, you know, a few of those pieces for us. So we're going to want some of this steel scaffolding. This will get us 6 pieces for a craft, so we really only need 1 craft of this. We're going to need some of these steel fences, which take, you know, some steel rods here. I believe, let's go ahead and just make like 12 of these, and 4 of those. And there we go, there's our steel scaffolding. Now we only need 3 of these to get this started. And then we're going to want to get some conveyor belts. And we want the Immersive Engineering ones, so let's go ahead and grab, say, 8 of these. And then the last thing that we're going to want for this is the heavy engineering block. So we're going to need these mechanical components, 1 more of those, and we're what, 1 steel short. It's not really a problem though. And there we go. Okay, we are in business. And that, and then we've got our piston. That, okay, so we've got everything set up now. Now I think, of course, that coke oven's right in my way right now. I think we're gonna set this up in this room over here. I think this is plenty big for it. So, let's see. We're gonna want like 3 long. I'm thinking. Thinking like right here would be an okay spot, like that, and then do our piston, our engineering block, and if I recall, these pistons can be rotated with a wrench. Yeah. And then we just need our conveyor belts. So let's do here, here, and then we need an engineer's hammer to really get started with this. So let's get one of those really quick. I kind of wanted the coke ovens just to go ahead and start getting some coal coke and creosote, which we can actually use both of those to create power. So let's see. So the engineer's hammer, fairly simple to craft. So let's get one of these. And get this changed over. Is that not right? I thought that was right. Yes, that's right. Okay, there we go. It worked. And so the way we're going to want to set this up is because we're going to go ahead and automate this. Now to get it to actually run, the first thing that we're going to want is going to be a plate press. So let's see, to get that we're going to need 4 steel plates around any kind of plate. So let's get our refined iron, and then we'll just get like a piece of iron. Oh, we've already got iron plates, so never mind. And right now the best way that we have to make plates is with our IC2 setup, which honestly our IC2 setup is a 1-for-1 ratio, so really making this press, you could just use the IC2 method, but the press is honestly, it's really fast. It is very, very fast, and it's wonderful for making plates. So that's why I want to go ahead and move forward with that. Plus we can set up an additional one if we want to automatically make gears for us, which is being able to just throw a few pieces of metal down and get your gears that way. Really simplifies creating gears as well. So come on. And also another thing I'd really like to get into, probably not this episode, but fairly soon, is biodiesel with Immersive Engineering as well, because it is a really good power source. Bottling machine's really nice. The arc furnace is pretty powerful. Honestly, Immersive Engineering, I love its multi-blocks. Just there's something really, really rewarding about their multi-blocks. I think because they're rather large, and they make a bunch of noise. They look like what they're doing. They fit with the style and everything, and I absolutely love those multi-blocks. So but we've got our iron plates, and we'll get that. And funny story, I've actually had issues in the past where I'll forget to put the plate on there, and I'll just start throwing metal in there, and I'm like, it's not making plates, what's going on? So definitely make sure and get your plate and just right click it onto there and that'll get that going. Now the next thing that we're going to want is, of course, we're going to want to hook some power into this, and I think, I'm not entirely sure if the wireless one would connect into that. We might try that. Which we're going to need a new one, because the one I have down there right now is plugged up to all those lasers, so it's pretty much capped out. So we'll try that for power. I've never tried that though. Maybe. So let's actually grab this. Grab ourselves some plates, and then another thing that we're going to want is a chest, and of course an interface, because that pretty much just comes standard with automating any applied energistic stuff. And and then we're also going to want a formation plane. So let's get one of these. No, I want the damn it. Come on. And go ahead and get like 10 of these. I need to set this system up to automatically keep stuff on hand. We might do that this episode as well, because that's something that we really need to have set up, because having to manually craft this stuff is kind of driving me insane. Okay, so we've got our formation plane, and I think that's how I want to set this up. Maybe. Maybe so. Alright. And let's just bring our wireless energy to, say, like right here, maybe? Combine that and that. Okay. And we're going to save that position. Now let's try this. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work. Because the way I'm setting up this is a little bit different than I've normally done it in the past. So if it doesn't work, I apologize. We'll see. Cannot connect to that side of the target device. Yeah, I'm kind of betting that... Okay, that worked. You just have to make sure and click on the top, which that is where the power gets input into this machine. But so if you put that on the top, now if we throw our iron onto this, onto the conveyor belt, it'll go through, it'll get smashed down into plates, and there we go. We have Immersive Engineering iron plates. Now as far as automating this goes, I think what we're going to do is let's see, where would this connect to? I'm thinking if we bring it out like right here, maybe, which we'll do covers on this eventually. So I'm not too concerned with breaking the ground, but let's get some smart cable. Yeah, we've already got some blue, and let's get some cable anchors. And what I'm thinking is we'll bring this up. Put our formation plane there. And no, because I don't want this running through the ceiling of this room. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and cable anchor off these very quickly. And then we'll just bring this cabling up. Should have plenty of channels. And what we'll do is we'll have let's see. I think we're going to have, actually, let's do that. We'll set up that chest there. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to do a bit of messing around here and figure out how I want to lay this out. Okay, welcome back. So I just connected power up to this. And the way I've got it laid out is that chest and interface with an import bus here, and formation plane just set to drop the items as like loose items. And now we just need a way to get it back into the system. So I think what we're going to do is just once it comes out of here, it's going to drop down. And so we will just put, say right here, we'll do a, actually, you know what we could do? This dropping conveyor belt, we'll need a hopper. So let's get that. And then this conveyor belt. And then like a chest. Right here. And we'll do like that. And then if we come down, see, I don't have any conduits on me. Okay. And by the way, there is other ways that you can set this up. You don't have to do it this way. It's just there's a certain down the road I want it set up this way because the way we're going to set up these rooms. But you know, you could do it a much different way if you so desired. And let's bring that up. Yes, right here. And we'll just have it import into the bus there. Okay, so now we should be all set. So let's give it a shot and see. One of the nicest things about using the conveyor belt like that is your ring of magnetism is not going to pick up those items. So let's tell it that if it takes, say, a piece of iron and runs it through here, it's going to get an iron plate. Encode that. And I'll probably end up, honestly, I'll probably end up reorganizing this just a little bit because it is kind of a mess back here while I was messing with it. But let's go ahead and request, say, 10 of these iron plates. Oh, no. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't connect this back up with power. Is the problem. Okay. Let's do that really quick. Okay. There we go. So now it's running, and I don't know what just happened right there. The iron plate looked like it went flying. But now if we come over here, and I am going to take, I didn't think about the dropping. Your ring of magnetism can still pick it up. Now when it's running through the press, it's not going to be picked up by your ring of magnetism, but I'm probably just going to craft like a solagnolia, and we'll set it up over there. Oh, it's dropping them on top of that. That's a problem too, I guess, in its own way. But a problem that it would be easily fixed, I think, if we just put that on there. Yeah. So now if we come over here, I think we got most of them crafted that time. Yeah. Let's try one more time. One more test here. Let's request, say, 20 iron plates. And of course, I picked up some of the iron. That was my mistake. Okay, welcome back. So that is working now. I'm going to come up with something that kind of fits in here for the items to hit before they come down. Just so that way they don't get caught on that. Eventually we'll spruce this up a little bit, make it look a bit nicer, instead of just having this chest here and everything. But I just want to show you kind of the basic design that we're going to be using for automating these. Now I am going to automate one more. I'll do it off camera because it's the exact same setup, except I'm going to use a gear press, and I'm going to set it up like right over here probably. Now you can also do a rod press, but honestly It doesn't really increase the output at all, and it's not really worth it, I don't feel like. So we're just going to do gears and plates. And one of the main reasons that I was wanting to get those plates automated this episode is because next tech episode, so episode after the next one, we are actually going to start looking into modular power suits and maybe build ourselves a power suit. It's honestly one of my... I love that mod, by the way. It was one of my early mods, I guess, back whenever it was, it was really popular and you saw it in a lot of packs. I very often had a modular power suit of some sort every time I'd play through. So I'm kind of excited to jump into it in this pack. So one other thing I want to do really, really quickly is I want to set up our system. And I'm thinking we'll just do it probably right here, I think. Cable under bus. Yeah, we'll set it up like right here, I think. And we're just going to really, really quickly teach our system to keep certain things on hand. Okay, and now the last thing that I want to set up is I want to teach our system to keep so many of certain items on hand. So let's go ahead and... Where'd you go? And let's set this up. So we've got a storage base and an storage bus and an interface here, and our storage bus is so that we can access the items within the interface. And then with the interface, we want to put in a crafting card so that way that it can request these items to be crafted when it needs them. And we're going to tell it, let's always keep like 12 engineering processors. Actually, we're going to bump this number up, so we might as well. Let's go ahead and move it up to a full stack. Shit. And don't right click, or don't left click right there. And it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't work with like shift and stuff, so. Okay. And let's tell this. Always keep these items on hand. And then lastly, logic. And we're always going to want 64 of these as well. Okay. And yeah. Now we should be good. We should start seeing this crafting. There it is. It's crafting logic processors right now. Now it's probably not going to start crafting the others just yet, because more than likely it's going to wait until it's done with the logic processors, because these do require the same machines and stuff. So usually it's fairly smart about it, but that's not always the case. So let's see, it's up to 10. Now how many is it requesting? Because the machines aren't running. No, the machines aren't running right now. Let's see. Does it not know? It should know how to craft these start to finish. Say I was to grab these. I told it to craft 100. Okay, that's what it is. It's missing silicon. I need to get the silicon set up, hooked into the system. So I'll do that. But yeah, that's how it would do it. It would start auto crafting once it had the silicon. So that's my main issue at the moment. So I do believe I'm going to end the episode out there. I hope you guys don't mind that we spent the episode getting into immersive engineering. I know it probably wasn't the most exciting thing. However, it was something that we really need to do because otherwise we were going to end up running off and leaving immersive engineering behind. And there are a few things that I want to get into from that mod. And I really like the way that it makes plates. I feel like it's probably the most, I guess, the best to look at, especially for like a machine room, like what this is going to be. So what I'm thinking is we'll have our laser set up here, kind of like wall-to-wall lasers, and then, you know, we'll have our metal presses on the sides there. So I'll get the other one of those set up and automated with our system, and yeah. One thing that I do want to get, I did discuss earlier about the biodiesel. We're going to do that fairly soon. It's a very, very powerful power source. Like really, really powerful. So we'll probably get into that. And also another thing that I really like to get into with immersive engineering is the skyhooks. I think a lot of people overlook the skyhooks a lot, and I think it's going to be really, really fun with our base. This is something I've kind of been thinking about for a while now. I do think the skyhooks are going to be really awesome for our base, for moving around, especially like up this, you know, up the tower and different things, and across to some of the buildings. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with skyhooks here fairly soon. If you've ever played BioShock Infinite, just think of those skyhooks and doing something kind of like that. So, and eventually we'll get into actually building a little bit underwater, so we'll have kind of like a semi, not really Rapture, but we'll have a little bit of underwater content, and we'll have the skyhooks and everything, so it'll be like a whole BioShock base, but not really. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, if you did, please comment, like, subscribe. It's very, very much appreciated. And thank you guys for all the great comments here lately. It is very, very much appreciated. So next episode, we will be back on magic. I do believe we're going to automate blood magic. I've actually been trying to find the time to get a automation with blood magic and AE2 video out for our AE2 tips and tricks series, but if you guys have noticed, up until a couple weeks ago, a lot of my videos, especially when we had a lot of the same textures, like cobblestone grass was probably one of the worst about it, you would see a really, really bad blur effect. Basically that was due to the bitrate being set semi-low. It allowed me to get videos out quicker to you guys, but the quality was kind of subpar. So I did move that bitrate up. It should be a lot more clear now. However, it does take a lot longer to edit the videos and stuff. So I'll admit, like, my computer's not the most powerful ever. So editing is really where a lot of my time gets killed. However, I am planning on here fairly soon. I think I'm going to get like a video capture card or something, and maybe start doing a little bit of streaming for you guys on YouTube if you guys are interested in that. So you know, if you guys have any preference with that, I mean, I've been playing the Wii U a lot while I'm waiting for stuff to edit and everything, so I might do something with that, or if you guys have a preference, feel free to let me know. So anyway, I will quit rambling now. Next episode, like I said, blood magic automation, I think, is what we're going to do, and basically just automating the different stone, the different slabs and stuff, maybe. But we'll see. If you guys have a preference, something else you'd like to see, feel free to let me know. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know those as well. And until next episode, do take care, and I hope to see you guys then.